What a shitty way to end the 2016-2017 season. Great job, boys. On vacation. Good luck to the future. I really thought that we would try. We would. Okay, we kept getting shots. Lukaku, he didn't get the golden boot. He scored a penalty. Um, and yeah, I mean, it just didn't work out for us. It seemed like we put a little bit more effort, but it still didn't feel like we were all there. It was a sad ending to the 2016-2017 season. Yeah, we got, Europa League football. But, I mean, come on. Yeah, sure, we weren't going to go any further than 7th. But it's been 21 years. 21 years. I'm 23 years old. So that means the last time we potentially won at Arsenal was when I was 2. So it's it, it's just a sad thing. Toffee TV, they were talking about it. They said themselves that no club should have a record against a team like that. We've had so many different teams. It's just sad to see, sad to think they're carrying on a pretty unfortunate record, you know? So Arsenal they had a lot to play for. We had really nothing. So maybe that's why we took the foot off the pedal a little bit. But it's also not a surprise because of the results that we've gotten in the past weeks. They, I believe, they had an opportunity to reach fourth, to reach Champions League football, but yeah, they didn't get it. They're going to be in the Europa League. I think that's their first time in I don't remember how many years since they haven't reached Champions League football, since they haven't been in the Champions League. So okay, so they put a little bit more pressure on, which Ronald Koeman totally expected because they're a counterattack, which is supposedly why he left Ross Barkley out of the lineup because of the pace and the energy that Ener Valencia brings. Also, it might be the last time we see Ener Valencia or even Ross Barkley for that fact. Today, as most people might know, and from talks and stuff yesterday, today was the last day of the deadline for Ross to make a decision. He hasn't made a decision. There's been no contact apparently, and apparently we've supposedly, allegedly, reached a deal with Swansea over Gylfi Sigurdsson. The price, I think we're gonna be paying like 23, 25, between 23 and 25 million pounds. Uh, Gylfi, he's holding out. On a contract to finalize things because he doesn't want the 120,000 pounds a week that we've offered him. He wants something more. I think he wants maybe 150. I think something like that. So that looks really good. Gylfi Sigurdsson. I've had my little gripes about him, but either way, he's a great asset for us to bring in. He brings that creativity that we lack. So, and he's wonderful, wonderful with set pieces. Sorry, which is something we don't really have. Bainsy, he hasn't really scored a free kick in a while. So, he's always trying to float it in. I don't know why, because he's magnificent at them. I've seen him train. I mean, I guess training and game time is two different things, but I've seen him take free kicks on the training pitch. Not obviously not in person, but still, he's fantastic. His technique is great. So we don't, and besides that, we don't really have anybody else. And he's Gylfi Sigurdsson. He's fantastic with free kicks. So either way, I would like to see him, come in, and it's all good news for that. But we shouldn't have gone out the rest of the season. I mean, even if even if it is the last game of the season, the results from previous weeks unacceptable. I mean, we had we were still actually physically at one point, maybe 5 weeks back, we could have actually put the pressure on the top five. We just slowed down. Maybe that Chelsea result was the nail in the coffin for us. So maybe that, but before that, we had West Ham. Excuse me. So we could have taken it to West Ham. I just don't know. I don't know what happened. We slowed down, and then that was it. and the Watford result, I mean, that didn't really mean anything either. So it's all just very unfortunate. But whatever. Season's done. It's postseason time. It's time to really get on these transfers, really build up the team for the hectic next season that we have. Next season we should be really pushing hard on League Cups, FA Cup, the was it the EPL Cup or whatever it is now. We need to be putting pressure on these cups because we in the past seasons we haven't really had any luck. We really should start finding other outlets in reaching European football. Okay, so if we win the what is it? If we win the FA Cup, I think we can qualify for Europe. So yeah, I think that's how it works. So I mean, seriously, there's other ways that we can work about these things, and then obviously really start putting pressure into the top four teams. Obviously, we just want to fill our trophy cabinet. We need to fill our trophy cabinet, and then it's not impossible for us to win the league. We do pretty. I mean, we have bad results against some of the bigger teams. The derby, we should really start putting more pressure on Liverpool. Start really trying to have that inner city battle, like with Man City and Man. You have, really start, you know, showing and not shying away from a challenge. With Chelsea, we held them down for a good amount of time. Idrissa, he had Chelsea's biggest star practically in his pocket. So we can really take it to these big teams. We can be like how Tottenham is now, placing second, putting pressure on the likes of Chelsea. They have superstars and trophy winners throughout their team. So we can do that as well. We just really have to start buckling down. Really start getting our marketing up. Okay, we have a new sponsor. We have Sport Pesa. I don't know anything about them. I probably should do my research, but all I know is that Hull had them on their season this past season. So yeah, they had them on the shirt this past season. So and sorry to all the Hull fans and whatnot. It's unfortunate you guys got relegated, but I'm sure you'll be back soon. I don't know what that means for Umar Nias. Maybe he'll come back. The boss already stated that he doesn't really see him in his team, but maybe the chances are he saw how he performed and heard all that. So maybe he'll be a bench option. If say Valencia doesn't stay, which is something else. Enner, he did very well with the opportunities that he's got. He added extra energy. I'm always bringing up the Steven Pienaar thing and how Steven Pienaar played a pretty important role even when he wasn't on the ball. So I think Enner Valencia kind of filled that. Another player that was like that was Stephen Naismith, who I still don't know why we let him go because he actually did pretty well for us. But he did that. He brought all the energy, built that extra space. And so that's why Enner did, he was such an important player for us throughout the season. I'm glad that he got his goals, and it wouldn't be too bad, I don't think, if we had him stay. We have a shit ton of matches we're gonna be playing this next season, so he'll play. I think he'll play a pretty vital role. Maybe not as big as a role as he's played this season because hopefully we'll have another maybe two strikers in the lineup, or not in the lineup, but in the team. So, but also at the same time, because of his performance this season, because he didn't play, as far as I know, any full matches. So usually he was a bench player, or he started and then he'd come off at some point. So because of that, we didn't really get to see too much of him. But the boss knows better than we do, so maybe he'll stay. I think the the amount of money we'd be paying if we do decide to keep him is somewhere between 10 to 12 million pounds. So I don't think it would be too much. So we'll see. But with that being said, if he does leave, then maybe Umar Nias can get a chance because he kind of brings energy too. He has a bit of speed on him. He's maybe not as quick as Ener Valencia, but he can run. In terms of other transfer stuff, I haven't really seen or heard anything. There's this talk about Michael Keane. He now is in the sights of Liverpool, and Man U want to bring him back. There's a chance that maybe he'll go back to Man U because he's a former Man U player. And Man U, they kind of do need to bolster their defense anyway. So who knows? And it'd be unfortunate if we lost another target, like said Kolasinac, who we also lost to Arsenal for. Yeah, we lost out to him by Arsenal. So it was unfortunate with that because yeah, I haven't really seen too much of him, but he was clearly a very wanted man. So it would have been nice if maybe we could get a pre-contract in for him. It's gonna be a very hectic following season, and I just hope that we're ready for the challenge and we can do this. With the way we performed this past season and the manager that we have and the backing that we have, it looks very bright on the pitch. Off the pitch, we already know what's going on. That looks amazing, but on the pitch is really, really where we have to start solidifying. Okay, if we have a fabulous new season, right, or a fabulous new stadium, and we don't really get the results, we just look foolish. We spent all that money to really kind of play, as if we were Stoke or something. So we really and like I said, I believe we could do it, but we really have to start picking up our results. Be like the likes of Tottenham, which, like I said, we for the most part we do go head to head pretty well with them. So, or not only with them, but with the rest of the top four teams. Maybe with the exception of Liverpool, but even still, we get you know I don't want to say results because we really get results, which is kind of unfortunate. But we put the pressure on them, and they know that we're a problem. They know we can stop them. We just have to be on their game. So yeah, so that's about it, guys. It was unfortunate that we didn't really get the result that we really should have gotten, but now we have a bright future, a bright, brand new season, clean slate, to look forward to, and let's just keep it going. In terms of transfers, there's really nothing else that I've seen. If you guys see anything, just let me know. Um, so yeah, so that's it, Toffee fans. It was a great season, pretty successful season, and let's just look forward to the off season. We have the playoffs, Europa League playoffs to do, and yeah, if if you guys see any other Everton stuff, just always, I'm always here. Comment section, tweet at me, any of that, So I'll catch you guys in my next video. Just have to think one up now because no more football. So I'll catch you guys in that one. Peace.